All right, we are back at the VSCA National Vintage Snowmobile Show, Old Forge, New York, and we're meeting up with our good friend Josh Leviker. How you doing?
Good, good.
And he's going to talk up his sleds, and I'm going to get close to you for good audio.
Sure, sure. So this is a 1973 Arctic Cat EXT 340. Production numbers, there was 300 of them. They made 301 of the 440 and 200 of the 650s. This sled was raced out of Pennsylvania in the PSSA circuit, and that was the sled as I got it. Jerry Widener is the gentleman. He's still alive. I have spoken to him. I have sent him some pictures of it throughout the restoration process, and you know, he's been a lot of good history behind it.
Yeah.
That was the chassis. This was a year ago. This was in June of last year.
That's what it looked like a year ago.
A year ago, after I collected all the parts.
That has come a long way, hasn't it?
And he raced it from 74 up through 76.
Wow.
And he parked it outside. And he also raced a RUP. And this was a NOS tunnel found in what's interesting with these, they are lightweight. The rib tunnels, they would tear.
Okay.
Which is why Cat would give the upgraded, or they're not recalled, but the remanufactured tunnels, a steel tunnel, a smooth tunnel.
Yeah.
So finding the rib tunnels are very difficult to find. This was kind of the shape it was in. It has this motor came out of Thief River Falls. Originally, when this sled was new, it was a hill climb sled.
Really?
And people heard it was for sale in 74, and it went to the highest bidder.
Wow.
He happened to be the highest bidder.
He was the bidder. Wow.
And so it had the Supermod kit on it, and it has the molded, bonded, cleated track. It's not riveted.
Okay.
They're molded into the rubber.
Yeah.
And they're aluminum, lightweight, and very rare to find. 1 year, oddball length, pitch, very hard to find, impossible to find. And here's some of the progress pictures.
Yeah.
Original EXT skid.
Yep.
They are different. The aluminum bulkhead. And what's interesting with this sled is you'll see it has the gear reduction unit on it, and they were taken off. They were recalled by Cat 1 week after these sleds were released.
Really?
They did not have belt compound in 73 until later into the 74 era.
Yeah.
So there's a gear reduction unit, and the motor plate is bigger, and it's housed to receive the gear reduction.
Okay, yes.
So when those gear reductions were removed, they would cut the motor plate, slide the engine over, but you can see the motor sits dead center in the chassis.
Yes.
And if you will, you can see the gear reduction.
Yeah.
It goes to the clutch.
That is cool.
Some more. The big medallion tack, those are very hard to find.
Yeah.
And there's a shot of the motor when it was done.
Yeah.
The gear reduction.
Sure.
Very, very odd to see.
Yeah.
And the round shaft clutch is also in 73 only for this sled. They made other round shaft clutches, but these were recalled by Cat as well.
Yeah.
So having this assembly is rare in itself, and rare to have the, you know, the medallion tachometer.
Yeah.
The Kelsey Hayes brake system, that was not standard from the factory, but if you raced ovals,
they were upgrading with it.
They were upgrading.
It was common for them to upgrade.
So that's what was on the sled. That's what we retained.
Sure, it's a period upgrade, so to speak.
The EXT handlebar pads are for the EXT only. My father-in-law's El Tigre next to me. Similar handlebar pad to the eye, but if you put them in your hand, it weighs half the weight.
Oh, really?
Yep.
With racing in mind.
Yep.
Wow, look at that.
So what also is rare when you have the gear reduction on the motor is centered, which makes these section pipes very hard to find as well because they have to tuck at a tight sweeping angle to stay in the chassis.
Yeah.
Where with the Super Mod kit, the motor would get pushed over.
You got
you
more
have
room.
the big sweep fish pipes.
Yeah.
So the engine, so the twin pipes to marry up to the gear reduction unit are both a rarity because obviously when the gear reduction was removed, the Super Mod kit came out. These pipes, when you're racing, any new product to go faster, you threw the old product away.
Yeah.
These are all numbers matching,
Wow.
Arctic parts. The original parts I could replate. I did get them replated and saved. And Herb Yancey's a
Oh, look at that.
where I live.
Yeah.
He was 10 minutes from me.
Wow.
We've gotten more better friends over the years
Yeah.
with the vintage racing. He's good friends with my family.
Sure.
So he came over when it was done. I invited him over and I said, I want your critiquing of it.
Yeah.
And he said it's as it was out of the box.
Wow. So get his stamp of approval.
Yep, and have
Very
anyone
cool.
there have that from Herb. That's
Yeah, that's huge.
And I have the
Oh, the manual.
the manuals.
Yeah.
So if anyone had questions, the part numbers are listed by Cat,
Yeah.
and you can look at the part numbers. What's interesting on this, here's the operator's manual. This sled only weighs 285 pounds.
Whoa. That's amazing.
It is all aluminum.
Wow.
It weighs nothing. The 650s, I believe, weighed 315.
315. That's amazing. Even that's.
So you have an aluminum bulkhead with the aluminum tunnel, and the motor assembly itself must weigh 60 to 80 pounds.
Yeah.
So you take the fuel out of it too. So take 85 pounds of drivetrain and motor out of it. The remaining part of the sled is only 200 pounds.
That's amazing. I'm gonna do a walk around of this. Just
And also on this, that's also a rarity, is these clicker shocks.
Oh wow, so you have some
I don't know if you can
adjustability
see. Yep,
there. Yeah, I
in
see those
73.
lines. Whoop.
Yep, firm, normal, and soft in the Cat part number.
Yeah,
And I will say these came from Herb himself.
that's amazing.
These were when he raced in his era. These were one of his race sleds off his EXTs.
That's amazing.
So I don't know if it came off one of his, Team A Bold sleds or not, but those
Yeah.
were. That's 73 EXT
From Herb.
from Herb.
That's
I will say
amazing.
that today. Had them re-chromed, a lot of polishing.
That's amazing.
Also, too, beyond the belt guard, it's
Yes.
like they call it another guard, if you will. It goes over the shaft. Those were taken off as well. I believe maybe for some belt dust so it wouldn't get into the carbs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So this is a 340 with significant porting in it. So
Yeah.
the gentleman that raced it, he never blew the motor up, and this motor was built by the Arctic shop out in Thief River Falls.
Yeah.
There's some very interesting porting inside this motor.
Really?
The heads are shaved down. His name is Dremel on the back side of the heads.
Wow.
I don't know if they went to tech back in the day, they could identify that. But there's very unique porting. We're going to open it up on this. And this is a running driving machine.
Wow. That is really
Starts
impressive.
up, ran on the stand, and I will drive it on the snow this winter around the house.
That is wonderful. I'd like to get some video of that when you do.
Yeah, this winter, and if you can get a picture of the track underneath, you can tell it's a molded track.
Yeah.
It's not riveted. The ice picks are through it,
Yeah.
but they're molded into the rubber.
That is cool.
So it's
It's nice to finally see this in person too, Josh, because I know we've been messaging back and forth
Yes.
all winter with the kind of the chronology of this project, and to see this, in this state is absolutely amazing.
it's a good looking sled for 73. It's
Yeah.
a very sharp looking sled in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's black, it's chrome, lightweight. It's, in my eyes, it's all show and all go as well. It's a
It delivers in all categories.
the clutch engage is around 7,000
Yeah.
on this, and
It's ready to go when that happens.
it does. It winds right up, and nothing like a set of twin pipes on it.
Yeah.
In the screen, but it's It was a passion. It was a dream 7 years ago-ish, and then a solid 5.
Yeah.
You know, I had it for probably a year and a half, 2 years, sitting in the garage, and then you acquire one part, and you start looking, and you acquire many more parts, and then you got to buy a whole lot of 10 parts to get the 3 you want.
Yeah.
So, but which is good. I've conversed with a lot of people here, and that are building 73s. We've exchanged information, and same thing as I built this, I would converse with people like Herb and others, because the part manual is archaic, back from 73.
Yeah.
And there's pictures out there of 73s, but what's right, what's not right.
Yeah.
And this is a...
And you've got someone who lives near you who was there at the time, who's knowledgeable.
Verify that.
Yeah.
And it's...
so you can make sure that it's correct. And
like these J-hooks here, if you will.
Yes.
If I go around the stirrups, they were from the original piece.
Wow.
A lot of people, they can't find them. All they are is a bolt that's bent, but these have the part numbers on the inside.
Wow.
You know, the Mikuni fuel pumps mounted vertical, and those are 40 Mikunis on there, and they have a 510 main jet in it.
Wow. Is it possible to open the hood? Or?
It's a tight fit to,
okay, that's all right.
To open there.
Sure, it's all good.
Plus with the wind, it'll go.
Oh yeah, I didn't think. Yeah, we don't want that.
What's interesting too.
I didn't think of that.
What's interesting too is in the parts manual, Cat really got specific on their details, which drove me nuts. The throttle lever, you come down, and the hand throttle lever is a 109/510, and you see it's specific for a 340.
Yeah.
And the 440 and 650s are a different part number.
Yeah.
The 340 has a different throw to it.
Okay. Yeah.
You would think a 74 LT gray throttle lever would be the same. Black, plastic.
Sure.
Who would have thought the engineering was that specific? Wow. Because if you can't zoom in, you can zoom in on the part number.
So it's almost like a different cam ratio or something. Yeah.
The part number's right there, and 109/510.
Oh. So that matches what you have in the book.
That's the detail.
That is cool.
That's the detail that's in this sled. I didn't obtain another throttle lever and try and grind it, file it to make it fit.
You want one with the number. Yeah. With the right number.
And on the display, it got windy today, but I also, had the old.
Oh wow! I remember seeing those back in the day.
Yeah. I took it off today because it's been windy out, but.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Robert
brings back
Robert
memories.
Palmer.
Oh yeah, I know Robert.
He was generous enough. He was generous enough to.
He's a serious cat guy.
Yes, he is. He's got some of the nicest stuff, clothing, memorabilia.
He's got the biggest collection of clothing I know of. I can't think of any collection bigger than that.
There's no one else.
I can't imagine.
That man lives and breathes.
He does. He does.
But this is, everything. And I want to thank a lot of people. I'll say their name: Tim Lynn, Dave Shark, Matt Lynn. They were a lot of late night phone calls, text messages, messenger, and procuring parts from them. Where some people say I have them, but I won't let them go. Someday I'll build a sub. They were generous enough to see my passion in this, and saw that I was going to see it through, and were able to help me in questions and parts. And it was very good. The last year was to get here was a long road. It came fast. And I also want to thank Jason Palmer. These are
his sleds here, these Yamahas?
Right here. He's actually the gentleman over here.
With the dolly?
With the dolly.
Okay, yeah.
You see him there. He was the one that finished the assembly on this sled. And come over real quick.
Sure.
Okay, if you want to zoom in a few more.
Yeah, I'll get some walk-arounds of these sleds. And the LT Gray as well. Yes. Okay. Yeah, why don't you grab a 20 out of there?
Do you want me to get you some food?
No thanks. I will get some here in a little while, but
It's 11.
I just stuffed myself at the motel, so. Okay, good. Thank you. So you'll be over there?
Yeah, where are you gonna be after?
I'm not sure. Wherever the action is.
Okay, well I'm gonna go grab something to eat and go here to the stable.
Okay.
And then put my chair probably out in the sun.
Okay.
Get some sun.
And if you need me, don't call. Just message me on Facebook, like Messenger.
Okay.
Because it'll pop up. I'll see it.
Okay.
And then
Tied up at the moment.
Okay, no worries.
Okay.
And if it might take me a while, but I'll eventually come over and just let me know where you are.
Okay.
And we got to settle up with Ed too. If you see him, let him know.
All right.
All right. But go ahead.
So yeah, that's it on the sled here. And also I'll share it again.
That's right. Yes,
And
you've got a show you're
yep.
involved with.
So Ed and I, this will be the second year, the Turn Northern New York Vintage Sled Show in Turin, September 3rd. Ed Stabber, myself, our numbers are here, and we'll start sharing it as time gets closer.
Yeah.
We got 26 classes, $5 per sled if you bring more than 4. Anything over 4 is no cost for the sled.
Nice.
Firemen will be doing a breakfast and a lunch. If you wish to come early Friday evening in the park, just reach out to me. There's some accommodations for electric, to plug in.
Oh, good.
If
Yeah.
you will. Good show. We had 214 sleds there last year that were entered
Yeah.
to be judged. I would conservatively estimate 50 that were just brought for display. So we had all of 260 sleds.
Yeah.
And I think we'll break the 300 mark this year. Good swap, good food. Proceeds will go to anything benefit-wise will go to the firemen. So it's a good local show, good fall show.
That's cool. And as it gets closer too, think about coming on live on my podcast.
Sure.
We'll do a standalone podcast, just talk up the show. And if you've got images or any video to support last year's show,
Yeah, I
we
do
can
have some.
we can play a few clips and put some images up on the screen while we're talking about it.
Absolutely, but it's kind of the talk around here is a turn show going, and it is, and
Yeah.
and it'll be it's a good spot.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of interest.
So viewers, you heard it here. It is happening.
It is, yes, September 3rd.
And we've got here we go. Skip Estes made a comment. He said this EXT he hopes gets the best of show.
So I appreciate that. There's a lot of competition. I think there's 460
Yeah.
sleds here. This was the biggest class, the restored race,
Yeah.
71 to 75. It was the biggest class. I think close pushing 40 sleds, maybe more.
Yeah.
There's some nice pieces here, but this is every part number, every piece,
Yeah.
mostly original, hand worked, redone. There's no repop stuff on this. This is 100%.
The detail is down to the granular level.
It's that gas tank you saw in the picture.
Yes.
That is it.
Wow.
That is it. That old rusty tin
You
can
polish
cut
that
in
up?
half.
Wow.
This is an original hood. I mean, it's and Brown's Metal Mods, right in Lions Falls.
Yeah.
Right near Turn, 5 minutes from Turn. They do a fabulous job, and they did the paint work on this, the paint and body.
Wow.
Phenomenal guys down there.
Get a look at that. Yeah, beautiful.
Yep. Skis are 73 only. With the skis on the 73s, they're very similar to a Z ski, but the saddles on a Z will narrow up and come up for the narrow cigar shocks, if you will. Where the 73s, the spindle stayed wide all the way through, and they were a 1 year. Everything on this sled is a 1 year, one make.
Wow.
There's nothing else.
So it's a real challenge to find parts
It
and
is.
the things you need.
And then to get into as you saw with the throttle assembly, they were specific not only for the 73 EXT, but engine
The
design.
340, yeah.
That's how tight they narrowed that down, and I didn't know that at the beginning of it. And once you get so far in depth, you got to commit and go the full
Yeah, for sure.
way.
Now, we were talking a minute ago about Robert Palmer. I think his ears must have been burning because he's viewing. He says, absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Our mutual friend, Robert Palmer. How you doing, Robert?
And it is sold to the guy that to the guy that put it together.
Yes.
So, but again, I can't thank all the people, that again, the conversations, the late night messaging, parts, this, that, the other, and that helps see this through. If anybody has a question that's redoing one or wants pictures, comparables, feel free. I'm on the sites.
Yeah.
You know.
So you're happy to be a resource to people who are doing similar projects.
I'm not the expert by any means, but I have something that
you've been through a lot with this.
I've been through, and
you probably answer a few questions.
I probably learned the hard way.
Sure.
Yeah. But that's how we all learn.
It's true.
So.
Cool deal.
Yes.
And then this is your father-in-law's sled, you said?
So this is my father-in-law's 74 Tiger. It's a 295 track tune.
Yeah.
Him, his brother, and a good friend, they all bought 74 Tigers.
Yeah.
In the end of 73. Right local where we live. Actually.
Oh yeah, Rennie's.
Herb Yancey raced for them in the same era.
Really?
Early 70s.
That's amazing.
Right out of Denmark.
Wow.
That's what gave Herb down there, sitting in the chair down there. First.
That's how we get started.
That's how he got started.
Wow.
They needed someone to drive the big sleds.
Yeah.
So we took the display board sign. He has the original bank loan paperwork, the bill of sale, the original registration, the original warranty card.
Wow.
And the pictures of him riding it through the 70s.
Yeah.
So it's a 295 free air. I will open it. The 295s, again, are hard to find pistons because they were in the 295 free air class made for racing.
Yeah.
And it's a consumer race model, if you will.
Yeah.
Kind of a spin-off of the 290 EXT motor in 72. So they made a 295 consumer, and they called this the track tune. They made a 340, 295 track tune, a 400 track tune, and a 440. The track tune models have the diamond seat, so the 295s and 400 will have the diamond seat.
Yeah.
The skid is a little shaped a little differently, and they also came with the race tether.
Oh yes, sure.
Similar to the EXT. The EXT has a round kill switch. This is a triangular kill switch.
Yeah.
But if you see, those are his insurance stickers.
Yeah.
From 74.
That is cool.
Still on the
And I remember
sled.
seeing these too.
That's original. That's original sticker.
That's cool.
We just painted the skis. A lot of polishing and cleaning. So this his son blew this up, I believe, in the late 80s.
Yeah.
And it sat in his garage until the late 90s. He actually sold it to Jamie Burgoyes, a local oval racer.
All right.
Jamie went to race it, found how hard the pistons were to find. That's before whole social media, so it sat in his barn.
Yeah.
We got into vintage racing thanks to a good friend of ours, Skip Albanese. And Dave, my father-in-law, is down there with Herb. He's following me to the shows, sees the Tigers, and I wish I could find mine. I'm good friends with Jamie. Jamie says he still has it. I bought it from Jamie with the original registration card that my father-in-law signed over to Jamie, and Jamie never signed it. So a good friend of mine, July 3rd, we went and got it, and me and Skip Albanese, a good friend of mine, got me really into this. I can blame him for that. We redid it and gave it to my father-in-law for his birthday in September.
Wow.
We snuck it in the garage, put a sheet over it, had him outside, opened the door, and I gave him the registration card. And pulled it off.
Did it blow his mind when he saw that?
It blew his mind, it did. And he sat on it, and he goes, "You can't find pistons for it." And of course I had it running before we took it over.
Right.
I go pull it. He pulled it half a pull, fired right up, and so it was his original new item, first new item he pretty much bought.
Yeah.
And brother who since passed, late 73.
Yeah.
So to have it, 48 years old.
That's amazing.
And it's registered, insured, and we trail ride it to camp.
Really?
Yeah, we trail ride it. That's my twister there, and it's registered.
Yeah, current.
Current.
Yeah.
All of our stuff.
That's in nice shape too.
Yep, that's my 70. This is a 76 trail twister. The only year they made a fan for a 340 was in 76.
Yeah.
We trail ride it. My wife drives that, lightweight for her.
I remember those too.
Yep. And
I'm gonna come around in front of it.
sure. I can open the hook back.
Oh yeah.
Well, we
Excuse me.
go to the local beach and
Yeah. If everybody made it.
So 340s, what's hard, it's not super hard to find, but these rubber grommets around the plugs are hard to find. Because back in the day, you change the plug, who would have thought you'd want to save these?
Yeah.
The air boxes for a 340 fan are harder to find because the 340s have a longer snout on the air box. The 440s had a bigger carb, so the snout was narrower, shorter.
Okay.
So I actually bought 2 air boxes before I learned the snouts for the 340s were longer.
Oh, wow, trial and error.
It was a 1 year only.
Sure.
Because they only made a 340, and this is on the Merck registry. It's the only one in New York.
Really?
It's on the
Wow.
Merck registry.
That's cool.
And it's got,
Yeah, no, it was fun.
4,200 miles on it.
Yeah.
Like I
Sweet.
said, I had
I
that
probably put 500 of them last year.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Beautiful.
didn't have a lot of time on it.
It's a nice piece.
Yeah, for sure.
Just was a dud.
Everything we have, we drive.
That's cool.
That was a little screamer.
Yeah, next time you have any of these on the snow, please take some video.
Yeah. No, we
Had the green.
And
share
I
it
had
on the
my
podcast.
cross-country cat here, but we pulled that out last night just to save on some loading.
Yeah.
And we do. When I got a nice cat cutter that I redid.
Yeah.
We put our kids in it and drive
Nice.
around. I got a cheetah. So,
Sweet.
but this one kind of started it, and then it
That's what got the ball rolling.
evolved from there.
That is cool. Yeah, it's nice to finally see this in person because I know we've been messaging on this for a long
Sure.
time.
Those are. I've had a lot of compliments, but again, I got to thank the people that helped the parts, and Jason Palmer really he come to the end on that and finished the assembly for me.
Nice.
I was just pretty much parts, steps on which to go, and his craftsman work really came to play on that.
Yeah,
So
cool
I know he's a
deal.
big Yamaha guy, and he's never done a cat, but he said, "I'll finish that for you."
That's great.
So
Well, cool.
again,
Yeah, I appreciate it. We're going to wind down this segment, but we will catch you on the other side for the award ceremony, and that is at noon. What time have we got now?
yes, sir. 10 after.
A little time, but yeah. Well, thanks for viewing, everyone. Focus. Hello, friends. We are at the 19th Green Motel. Let me hold it the other way so you can see it without the shadow. The 19th Green Motel in Old Forge, New York. This is where we've been staying for the VSCA National Vintage Snowmobile Club national event, Vintage Snowmobile Show Extraordinaire. We've been having an amazing time, and just as amazing as the amazing time at the show has been our amazing experience here at the 19th Green Motel right on Route 28. Why aren't we focusing? There we go. I think because I went from the business card to the sign, it had trouble focusing. But yeah, it's a really nice motel, family owned, wonderful family. Kevin and Sharon are amazing. The room was amazing, the motel is amazing. They've got a heated pool. Everything's all modern and up to date, very well maintained, really nice room. Just could not ask for a better lodging experience. And just really great people that own it and run it, and they do a great job of it. It's right here on Route 28. Now this is also something to consider if you're thinking about a winter snowmobile destination. They are right on the snowmobile trail, right in the heart of snowmobile country. Old Forge is a huge snowmobile destination, and it's a wonderful destination for that. They're close to everything just down the road. If you can see off in the distance where I'm pointing, there's a gas station and a store, food in there, everything you need, and go a little ways down the road further and there's restaurants and everything you could want. Also, it's a great summer destination. There's kayaking and hiking and mountain biking, and there's a big water park down the road. All kinds of things here in the summer to do. But let me get a better angle. There's some huge pine trees. Wow. But yeah, 19th Green Motel. That's for it by name. It comes up easy on any kind of Google search, the 19th Green Motel. A lot of snowmobilers were staying here for the VSCA National Vintage Snowmobile Show. This place was jammed to the gills, and we're all having a great time both here and at the show. So yeah, I encourage you, if you're thinking about lodging in Old Forge, New York, this is the place. I'm going to pop that business card on the screen one more time. Give them a call. Numbers on the screen. Kevin and Sharon are the owners. Really, really nice people. So yeah, we're going to go over now to the Vintage Snowmobile Show, the VSCA National Vintage Snowmobile Show. We're going to walk around a little bit more, and then they're going to have the award ceremony at noon, and then it's going to be the big wind down as everyone's packing up their sleds. And it's been an incredible experience, and it will be today as well at the award ceremony. I can't wait to see who the winners are. So yeah, thanks so much, and keep an eye out on this Facebook page around noon for that award ceremony. Catch you on the other side. Hello everyone, this is Rob and Mike. How you doing today, Rob?
I'm doing good. Mike, yourself?
Very well. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. Now, today we're going to be talking about AMSOIL, and in a few moments we're going to show you how you can get the deepest discounts, free shipping, and free gifts when you order your AMSOIL products through us. But first, I'm going to ask Rob to give you a quick description of what AMSOIL is and why you should consider using AMSOIL products in your motorized vehicles.
Thanks, Mike. AMSOIL is 100% synthetic oil. Everybody uses AMSOIL for a different reason. Some people like the benefits that AMSOIL is warranted for 25,000 miles or 1 year. The reason we can do that is because AMSOIL doesn't oxidize. It doesn't form the usual carbons, gums, sludges like petroleum oils do. That's why we can keep it in the engines longer. Petroleum oils never do wear out. They oxidize themselves. That's why they have to be changed at 3,000 kilometers. And AMSOIL likes the benefit that you only have to change the oil once a year. That saves some money. Some of the people like the benefit of AMSOIL is it's a slipperier type lube. By having a slipperier type lube, it cuts down friction and drag. By less friction and drag, engines run 20 to 50 degrees cooler, better gas mileage. Now, AMSOIL says 25% more protection than the industry requires is in the AMSOIL bottles. My average customer gets about 10% increase in gas mileage. That's a big savings.
Yeah.
And by cutting down friction and drag, for every 10 degrees you cut down the friction and drag, doubles the life of the engine. So by having the engine run cooler, it makes it last longer. Some people like the benefit of the range of the AMSOIL. AMSOIL's flash point is 425 degrees, and it pours at 50 below zero. Wow. If you ever tried petroleum oil when it's 10 below, it turns to honey. And in the summertime, petroleum oil thins out, and once it thins out, that's when it starts breaking down. So AMSOIL's an all-season oil, can give you better gas mileage, longer engine life, less maintenance. It ends up being cheaper over a year's time running AMSOIL than it is petroleum oils.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And AMSOIL is available for pretty much any motorized vehicle, anything from lawn equipment, cars, trucks, boats, ATVs, motorcycles, snowmobiles.
Yep. And a lot of people phone me up and say, well, what's the benefit of our gear lube? Exactly what I told you about the engine oil. It pours in cold weather, it runs cooler, makes the equipment last longer. And they say, well, what's the benefit of the small engine? Same thing. Makes the engine run cooler, last longer, better performance. So it saves on all the applications that AMSOIL has available.
Wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, let's talk now. Hopefully this has convinced people to think about maybe joining us in the AMSOIL experience. Let's talk about some of the discounts and free shipping and how that all happens. I'm going to pop a graphic on the screen. And yeah, by all means, if you want to talk people through how this preferred customer program works.
AMSOIL has a number of different programs. One of our main ones is a catalog customer, where somebody can order directly out of our catalog. If they order out of the catalog, they order $100 worth, AMSOIL will ship it right to their house. But our best program is our preferred customer. For only $10 for 6 months, you become a preferred customer, you save 25% on all the product. You order $100 worth, they're going to give you free shipping. You don't have to order a whole case. You can mix and match. Say you want 4 bottles of small engine, 7 bottles of 5W30, and a couple of gear loops. You can mix and match. You can order 1 bottle at a time if you want. There's no minimums, no maximums. By being a preferred customer, you save over 25% on all the products you're going to buy. AMSOIL sends you extra gifts, a $5 gift certificate on your birthday, $5 when you renew your account, and stuff like that. So it's a good way to save on some of the products you want to buy.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, it's an incredible value, and this is the deepest level of discount that anyone can get when ordering AMSOIL. Is that correct?
It is. It is.
Wonderful, wonderful. So let's take people through the step-by-step experience of placing an AMSOIL order. Then that would include signing up for the preferred customer preferred customer program, so they can receive those deepest levels of discount. So let's go to the website. This is what the website's going to look like. These are some screenshots. Once you go to amsoil.com, there's a link in the description, or you can just type that into a browser, amsoil.com. This is the page you land on. At the upper corner of the page there, you see how I've circled in red. That is the link to click, the Join Now link. That will take you to the Preferred Customer Program page, where you can take advantage of all of these discounts and free shipping and everything that we've just been talking about. This is what that page looks like. In the lower right, you're going to click Join Now. This will pop up. You select the duration you'd like, whether it's 6 months or 12 months, and click Add to Cart. Now, once this pop-up goes away, you'll be back on the main page. And the upper left, you'll see where I've got that red arrow. It says Shop. Now you can start shopping for products, and on your very first order, you're going to get these discounts and the free shipping as long as it's over $100. You'll get all of these benefits right away. So once you click Shop, it's going to take you to the product page. There's different types of oils, lubricants, so on and so forth. For the benefit of this exercise we're doing now, I'm just going to click motor oil. It shows different types of motor oil. Let's click gasoline. Now this takes us to an item. It's their synthetic motor oil, and you can see the item there, and there's choices for different viscosities. But take a look at the price. Let's take a closer look. Let's zoom in. But if you've joined the preferred customer program first, you're going to automatically get the deepest levels of discount. That's what we're looking at here. You're saving $3.80 on that quart of oil. Instead of paying $16.29, you're now paying $12.49 for that quart of oil. That is the deepest level of discount you can possibly get. And then you just add the quantity that you'd like. You select any other items that you're thinking about, add them to the cart. And once you click add to cart for the final time, you're going to see this come up at the top of the screen. It's going to show your items and your the total that you're at so far. Pardon me. And then you just click view cart in the upper right, and that'll take you to your cart. Take a close look here at the upper right. That blue box shows that you're getting free shipping. You're eligible for free shipping on this order because it's over $100. That little yellow box shows that you've got the preferred customer membership on your order that gives you the deepest levels of discounts for the next 6 to 12 months. And then below that, you've got the items that have been selected. For the exercise here, I selected 9 quarts of the signature series, but that brings us up over $100 for the free shipping. We're saving $34.20. And if you're ready to finish, you click checkout now, and that takes you to this screen here. If you haven't signed up with an AMSOIL account at this point, just click in the lower right to create an account, create a new account. It's going to ask you for some basic information, name and those types of things. Now let's take a closer look. You'll see this gray shaded box. This is a very important box. This is going to ask you if someone has referred you to AMSOIL. And if so, please enter my name. My name is Mike LaPierre. It's spelled right there on the screen for the correct spelling. And also the referral number, 304-555-94. That's how you make sure that Rob and I get credit for this. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I have signed up for AMSOIL under Rob. So when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. So if you enjoy these podcasts that we're doing, this is a wonderful way to support the podcast, because when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. And the commissions I make go directly toward offsetting the cost of doing these podcasts. So I thank you in advance for that, for using my referral number. I very much appreciate it. And once you've done that, you just go into the next screen to enter your payment information, and you're done. Now, once you've placed your order that's over $100, and that order includes your AMSOIL preferred customer program, you are now eligible to get a free DVD from myself. Now, this is going to be either a muscle car DVD or a vintage snowmobile DVD. Use the email address on the screen, wkspodcasts@gmail.com. Send me an email. Let me know which DVD you would like me to send you, the muscle car or the vintage snowmobile DVD, and I'll get that right out to you. As you're typing in that email, in the subject line, be sure and type in capital letters free DVD requests, so it stands out as I'm checking my email, and we'll get that right out to you. So I guess the last thing, Rob, that we wanted to talk about is if someone is considering AMSOIL as a business opportunity.
Yes. If anybody has a retail or a commercial account and they would like to buy directly from AMSOIL, just send Mike a line. He'll show you how to set up, and you can buy directly from AMSOIL. But if you are interested in starting your own part-time business, a part-time business that can grow into a full-time income, Mike and I will show you the AMSOIL marketing plan. AMSOIL has a large selection of products that cover almost every application. So it doesn't matter if you're into snowmobile, boating, or ATVing, or hot rods, we have an oil for every application. It's a fun type business that I really enjoy doing. Where else can I go and have fun and make money doing it? And Mike and I are here to help you all the way along. If you need any help on how to promote or to find new accounts, we're here to help you.
For sure. So when you sign up under that number, this 304-555-94, you're getting Rob and I as a team. Now, Rob has been doing AMSOIL for 40 years. Can you believe that? 40 years. So he knows every aspect of this business, and he knows all of the ins and outs of the products. So he'll be able to help you with any kind of product questions or any kind of questions to show you the different business models that you can do with AMSOIL. And then the other thing that you get when you sign up under me is I've got a strong background in social media. So if you need some coaching on how to generate AMSOIL leads using Facebook and YouTube, I'm happy to coach you with that when you sign up under Rob and I. You get both of us as a team to help you, to coach you, to support you, whatever you need to get you off and running with this business and having fun with it. Like Rob said, it's an enormous amount of fun. If you're like Rob and I and you enjoy going to any kind of boat shows, car shows, motorcycle shows, snowmobile shows, anything with a motor, you like going to those shows, those events, those races, this is a great way to turn that into a income opportunity for you.
Yes. And just by wearing my AMSOIL hat at one of these events, people come up and ask me about AMSOIL. People don't know where to buy it, and I'm there to help them, show them where they can buy the product.
Perfect. Well, cool. Well, this is great. Any final thoughts, Rob, before we wrap it up?
AMSOIL is a fun business. AMSOIL has been around since 1968. It was the first synthetic oil to be AI approved.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And that's very early in the game too, isn't it?
Yes.
For sure. Well, good. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for viewing. Hopefully, we've gotten you excited as we are about the AMSOIL products. We'd love it if you could join us either as someone who uses the AMSOIL products or to join the AMSOIL team as a business opportunity. And we thank you so much for viewing. Have a great day.
You have a good day.